everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. We're not building a tiny house today. I just wanted to point that out. We are building a cottage. I was just in the mood to revisit Henford-on-Bagley, to be honest, so I decided to sit down and build a cottage, and this one is supposed to be for a gardener. It's supposed to be a gardener's dream home, but to be honest, I feel like Henford-on-Bagley is just overall a gardener's dream, or am I alone in thinking like that? I don't know. Let me know what you think. So like either gardener or farmer or something along those lines. I feel like Henford-on-Bagley would be a dream for anyone in that profession. So, but I just really felt like building something for a gardener because I feel like it had been a while, and you guys know, or some of you guys know at least, that I am all about plants, so I love building these homes. Not because I think that my dream home, like my own dream home, would be a gardener's dream home. I don't consider myself a gardener per se, but I don't know. There's something plantsy about those homes, so I like that a lot. So yeah, but that's what we're doing today. I hope you guys would like this house. It's just for one or two sims. There's a double bed, and that is actually it. I did not fit in any other bedrooms. You'll kind of see the layout once we get to it, why it just wasn't, I feel like it just wasn't making sense. I don't know. To me, it wasn't making sense. There is, however, and this might be a little bit of an overkill, but there are two bathrooms, and also, just to point it out before we get to them, but I forgot to decorate them on cam. However, they are both decorated in the uploaded version, both the one on the gallery and the tray files you can find on Patreon. They are decorated in those versions. I just forgot to do it on cam. I don't know. I think I even took the what's it called, the thumbnail screenshot before it hit me that you haven't actually done the bathrooms. I don't know why. I just completely forgot. To be honest, I'm gonna blame it on the fact that I got, and this might seem like a bad excuse, I don't know. I feel like it makes sense to me but also I know what kind of headspace I was in. I got my second jab Monday, and I built this Tuesday. I was so woozy and I felt nauseous for 2 days. I feel great today. My arm is just sore, but other than that, I feel great. I was just, I told you guys that I was worried that I was gonna get sick. Didn't get sick, but I felt nauseous and also was feeling a little bit woozy, and my arm has been hurting a lot. But other than that, it's all good. But I was building this Tuesday, and I'm gonna blame it on the fact that I was just, headspace was not completely there, so I might have overlooked a couple of things, but the uploaded versions should be completely fine. So also, I was actually planning on today building a house for tomorrow, because usually I like to build the house the day before they go up on the channel. It just makes sense to me. I build the house and then I'm done in the evening. I do the voiceover the next day. I take the screenshots either on the first day or the second day. It kind of depends a little bit. But there's a new kit coming out tomorrow, so we're going to cover that instead, and I know that's not going to be for everyone. It is a builder's kit though, and it's industrial. I'm excited to see what it's about, because you guys know I do like industrial interior, so I'm actually really excited to see it. But we're going to cover that tomorrow, and if there's going to be build up tomorrow, I don't really know. If there is, it's going to be an apartment, simply because I am getting access to the pack tomorrow, so I don't think I can do anything bigger or like an actual house on the same day and have it up on the same day. So, but we're definitely gonna do an overview tomorrow, because I always do that when I get access to new packs. So if you're looking for that, or if you're looking forward to seeing that, if you want to see everything before the kit, or before you buy the kit yourself, if you're unsure of whether or not you want it, there's going to be an overview tomorrow. I promise you guys that. But I am excited. I think this might be the last kit, do you guys think we're going to get another game pack here before the next expansion packs? I think that is their usual... What is their usual release scheme method? What's it called? Release pattern? I think what they usually do is they have the expansion pack release in the summer, and then there's another expansion pack in like October, November. It's usually in November. I think it's even late November now, but I'm not really 100% sure about that one. But in between those two, I think they usually release a stuff pack and also a game pack. So I think the stuff pack would have been released already. I wonder if the kit is instead of that, and then we can still kind of maybe expect to see a game pack before the next expansion pack. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but I think that's the usual pattern. So, but like things have been a little bit different lately, also with everything going on both this year but also last year. So it's hard to say, but if we're following the usual pattern that we followed the years before last year, like 2019 and prior to 2019, I think there's going to be maybe a stuff pack as well, but most definitely a game pack here before the next expansion pack. So the game pack would probably be out here in September or October. I don't know. I'm excited to see releases because releases are always fun for me. So unless they're the pack that shall not be named, that was not fun. You guys know which one I'm talking about. So I've actually gotten a couple of comments whenever I mention the pack that shall not be named. I just get a couple of comments like, just get over it. But it's just fun for me. Like, I don't know. I am not the kind of person to, unless it's about my neighbors or people drilling in the apartment building or whatever, if I don't like something, I just usually don't talk about it. I'm like the kind of person who makes videos just trashing stuff because I don't like it. That's just not what I do. So I don't know, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I did a whole I do reading wrap-ups on my other channel now, on my lifestyle channel, so like everything that I've read throughout the month, I'll talk about it in a video. And I actually did read one book last month that I didn't enjoy, and it was so hard to sit there and not be super nice about it. Or not super nice, but just be, because I'm not necessarily super nice, but it was just hard sitting there and not being positive about it, like focusing on the more positive things. I don't know. I don't like to spread negativity out there. So anyway, am I sounding preachy right now? Probably am. I really don't care. It's fine. But we'll see though. The pack that shall not be named. I'll continue calling it that though because I don't like it. So and I know I'm not the only one as well, but anyway, I'm super excited to see the next releases though, and I'm also really excited to see the industrial kit that is coming out tomorrow. I think it's released tomorrow as well. I think they just did the teaser yesterday, so I think, yeah, tomorrow's the 26th, so it should be released tomorrow. Anyway, we are working on the interior. You guys know I am not good at talking about exteriors during my voiceovers. I just don't know what to say. I'm putting down plants. Super exciting. So, but for the interior, I don't think I had like a set plan for the color scheme or anything. I just knew that I didn't want it to be dark in any way because I felt like that would fit better with the house. Like, the house isn't that dark. Oh, one thing I do want to point out about the exterior though is that the flower boxes that I went with had purple flowers in them. So I think they're actually green and then with purple flowers. It's a bit of I want to say a courageous color combination that they went with for those flower boxes. But because of the flowers being purple, I wanted the flowers or just the plants surrounding the house on the ground, you know, the planted plants, not the ones in the flower boxes. Anyway, I wanted those to also be purple, so they kind of went well with the flower boxes. That is one thing, but other than that, I usually don't really I don't think about things too much when I do landscaping. I just put down plants and hope that it looks okay. Yeah. Anyway, so I can't really, the amount of times that I've been asked if I could do a tutorial on how I landscape, and I really honestly don't know what I would say because I just don't really think. It's like I just shut off and I just sit here and do. Does that make sense? Like, it's calming to me, it's relaxing, I don't think about it too much. I just put down stuff and I think it ends up looking at least respectable. So I don't really think about it too much. It's hard to explain what you're doing when you don't really think about what you're doing. Does that make sense? So at some point maybe, but not in the near future. But there was the flowers with the flower boxes, sorry, and also the plants around the house. I didn't want them to match because I just feel like it looks a little bit better. So yeah, if I could have found these couches, or if these couches came in a purple swatch, more like a lavender kind of swatch, I would say I would have gone for that swatch 100%. But they only really came in the pink swatch, like around those color tones. So I didn't feel like it wouldn't work out. Not with the pink. Well, maybe it would have, but it wasn't the light that I wanted to go for. So I just decided to go for white instead. The wallpaper swatch that I went with that one because it does have a greenish tint to it. It's not full on, but it's green, but it's not like full on green. I like that. But with a gardener's dream home, you know, plants are green usually. There's exceptions for sure. I actually have a plant in my background that's more or less red. So, you know, it does happen. It does happen miraculously. Anyway, sometimes, do you guys ever look at plants and think like, nature made this? How? How did nature make this? Plants are so fascinating. Anyway, but the wallpaper is definitely chosen because it does have a greenish tint to it, and as a gardener's dream home, I felt like that would just make sense because they're gardener and plants are green. So we're gonna go for a little bit of green in this house, but I didn't want everything to be green. So, and also I think, especially in the bedroom, I think I went with, because there's a couple of like pinkish flowers on this wallpaper. I don't know if it's just my reshade, wouldn't know, but they definitely look pinkish on my computer screen, so I decided to just add a few things here and there that would kind of match with that as well. So maybe we are coordinating the color scheme, just like over here in the corner, a pink lamp. It matches the flowers in the wallpaper perfectly. So we went for that, although I didn't overthink it when I placed it down. I just felt like the color scheme, it would make sense. There's also a couple of hanging plant pots that are pinkish too, and they go well with the flowers on the wallpaper too, but if it, like, I don't know, because sometimes I really want to do voiceovers where I'm explaining everything, because I know that some people prefer that for the voiceovers, but I just honestly, I don't think a lot when I build. I just shut off and I do stuff. If there's anything that I think about, it's definitely the color scheme, or if I'm doing something eclectic, I will definitely think a little harder on the style choices that I'm going with, but usually it's just more of like finding a vibe, and then I don't really think about it too much. So I don't know. I feel like this bed swatch is a little bit on the overly romantic side. I don't know what it is about it. This is not actually a bed that I use very often. It's from Discover University. I find it quite hard to use. It might just be me. Also, I know that this fireplace is very grand for this bedroom, but honestly, I would love to have a fireplace in my bedroom, although it would be awful to sleep with it on, but I would love to have a fireplace in a bedroom, not in my current bedroom because it would not fit in there, but in a bedroom because it's just so cozy. I don't know, it would get way too warm though, like awful. But I don't know, I felt cozy in the cottage, so I went with it. It's a little grand, but we're dealing with it. But yeah, that bed swatch, or just that bed in general, I don't use it a lot. I feel like it's hard to use. I think it's the swatches. They're just a little bit on the weirder side, but I went with the pink one, pinkish brownish one, because it went well with those little flowers in the wallpaper too. So yeah, just made a little bit on the more cutesy side, I think, but hopefully that is okay as well. So for the yard, I, of course, ended up giving them a plantsy or gardening area, not a plantsy area, a gardening area, so they have a nice amount of plant plots, actually, I would say, or farming plots, whatever you want to call those. I also gave them a chicken coop. I forgot to change the color of the chicken coop, but honestly, I don't really mind it. I feel like usually I just go through these swatches just to find the one that I like the most, but I didn't even change it. But I don't actually mind this chicken coop swatch with this house, so maybe that's why I just didn't think about changing it. I don't know, but they do have a chicken coop as well, so they could get a couple of chickens for the yard as well. Maybe make it a little bit cozier. Maybe if they live here alone, maybe the chickens are their friends. They're who they're talking to on a daily basis. I don't know, but I just felt like it would fit in here. Plus, there are still kind of new gameplay elements to me, and I feel like they're fun to play around with as well. I hadn't built in Henford-on-Bagley for a couple of weeks, I think, either. So I don't know, I wanted to go all in for a little bit. And since they do have a little bit of a porch here on the back, I decided to also give them one of the, oh my gosh, rocking chairs. I was about to call it swinging chairs, and that it just did not sound right. I don't know. There was like porch chairs. That's not what they're called either. Rocking chairs. I have not really added them to any of my other Henford-on-Bagley houses because houses in this kind of area usually don't have porches. So, you know, there's not really an outdoors place to place down the rocking chair, but since they do have a little bit of a porch situation here at the back, I felt like it was fitting. So there's a rocking chair, finally. I rarely ever use those. I don't know, I think they're super cute. I just never really find a spot for them in my builds, and it's a shame, I think. Anyway, we are at the end now, so I'm gonna be wrapping up this voiceover. If you guys like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the tray files will be on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box as well as in the pinned comment. If you like Roblox videos, check out my Roblox channel, and if you like lifestyle videos such as vlogs or videos where people talk about books, check out my lifestyle channel. Both of those will also be linked to in the description box as well as in the pinned comment. And that is all I got for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
Lovers come, lovers go, and their hearts seem to change, but mine's still the same, 'cause I still love them all, and my heart's not to blame, it's just the way it is. Like stone in this world of stories, oh, like stone, I'm fixed in a framework that is moving beyond my control. Like stone, I'm motionless and